Yeah, years ago, Joe Pyle, Alex Steen used to have shows under a car park, yeah. Um, and but there was good shows, mate. And there was really for betting. It never really. A lot of people didn't know about it. It didn't get on the boxing thing like as I he's had a fight, he's had a fight. No, but it was all kept quiet. But there was a lot of money gambling fights in there, and the people that went there, just wanted to earn money, and the fighters also got good money. More so, they get more money than they would at say at the Rainbow or other boxing shows venues. Like even cats with the Stratums and social clubs and all this that and the other. They get more money, yeah. So it'd be a big gambling thing. And I always that went down there with Jimmy Tibbet. And sometimes if I didn't go with Jimmy, I went with someone else, yeah, like Billy Hayward. I used to like it down there, mate. And I also like meeting people and sometimes getting in the ring to fight. And I've had about 4 fights under the car park. I fought a black guy, I told you, that bashed me up, really bashed me up once. I got my own back the second fight. But I've seen some people down there you wouldn't believe, yeah? And I'll tell you about 2 fights I had with a mate of mine, and his name was Cliff Fields. Me and Cliff had 2 fights down there. The first fight, went 8 rounds. Cliff beat me quite easy as it happens. The second fight, I was been training quite a lot down the pro gyms with other people, and I beat Cliff. I could have stopped Cliff, but he went 8 rounds, and and I beat him quite easy, But them things have never been really said. I ain't really got the guy who's boasts about all this, that, and the other, yeah. But it's what happened, yeah. I've been told to do it, so I'm doing it, yeah. Shaka, I don't know if it's before he fought Lenny McLean. Lenny McLean beat Shaka. I don't know where. I think it was a get up from Frankie Warren. I think it was a get up to Frankie Warren for Lenny to beat Shaka, because under the car park, Shaka was there, and it must have been well before Lenny fought him that Lenny, when Shaka put it on Lenny, Lenny didn't want to know, mate. He pulled away from it. Frankie Warren was not there. Lenny was with some people. Shaka put it on Lenny, for a bet, and Lenny pulled away. He said, he just didn't want to know. He pulled away. He walked out of there, and that was the first time I see Lenny there, and the last time I see Lenny there. When Shaka put it on him, I see Harry Starbuck. Harry Starbuck was a proper hard man. I know Roy Shaw beat him, but Harry Starbuck could have really had it, mate. He wasn't a fool, Harry. And Harry Starbuck, Lenny McLean was with quite a few people, yeah. And Harry Starbuck, I never actually heard what was said, but I did see Lenny shaking his head, more or less saying no, whatever was going on. I think Lenny McLean just went down there to look at it, to see what it was like, and I think what he see maybe frightened him a little bit, because you got to remember, yeah, a lot of people say that Lenny could have a fight. Yes, he could have a fight, but Lenny got a reputation from Frankie Warren. Without Frankie Warren, no one would have really known Lenny as such, yeah. Frankie Warren made Lenny, and then after Lenny started working in clubs and bits and pieces, Lenny got a good name, yeah, and he can have a fight, I hear that. I hear that he can have a fight, yeah. So no disrespect to him about that, but in the ring, no, a lot of, there's obviously a big thing about the 3,000 fights that he's had, but let's not bring all that up again. I think Mickey May was there. Mickey May, good fighter, Mick. I'm sure I see Mickey May there, and Paul Fitzgerald. Do you know what, mate? Some of these names that I'm saying, proper faces, mate. Colombo, he was there. He got in with Roy Shaw, Colombo. Had a fight with Roy Shaw. It was a good fight, mate. I mean, it went 8 rounds. You couldn't really get a winner. It was, I mean, Roy put it on Colombo big time, and then Colombo just mucked about with him, you know, flicked him here, flicked him there. You know, it was a good fight, and I think it was just become a draw. You know, there was a lot of bets in it. It was all about betting. I've got a funny feeling that Lenny went. Yeah, I think Lenny went because he was there. Mickey Glutz did. Yeah, I can remember seeing Mickey Glutz did. It definitely was Mickey Glutz did, and I think Lenny see Mickey Glutz did, mate, and I think something happened there that he walked away from him, mate. He, for some reason, he didn't want to know. Yeah, he didn't want to know. As I say, that Harry Starbuck. You can see Harry Starbuck looking. You can see Shaka looking. But Mickey Glutz never got in the ring. They just come down to see. It was a proper fighting thing. You know, everybody down there, and it was just like for big bets, and I loved it, man. I loved the atmosphere. Joe Pyle, good promoter with Alex Steen, but it wasn't so much promoting, it was more or less the betting, yeah, for bets. A lot of money come across, and there was so much money come across that the fighters got good money, yeah. They got really good money. I never really see Lenny McLean down there again after that. I never see him. I mean, he could have gone down there after that because Joe Pye had quite a few fights down there, yeah. I think I went down there 3 or 4 times, definitely 4 times, I think, maybe even more than that. As I say, I definitely had 2 with Cliff, and I had 2 with this black guy. I can't ever think of his name. I'm trying to think of this black guy's name. The first fight, this black guy bashed me to death, yeah, smashed me to pieces, man. You know, he made a bad job of my face and my jaw and everything. There was rumours about he was leaded up, and the second fight I was leaded up, and I smashed him to pieces too. So, but I won the fight, and there's a lot of money passed hands, loads of money. Jimmy Tibbet, I think that's why we got very close. Me, Jimmy Tibbet, Cliff Fields, yeah. You know, could remember all these things. I didn't want to even talk about it really. I didn't want to talk about me and Cliff Fields fighting. I had 2 fights with him, you know, under the car park. I've got big respect for Cliff Fields. I like Cliff Fields a lot. I wouldn't like to try and run him down in any shape or form. You know, he beat me fair and square the first one, and I beat him fair enough for the second one. Yeah, good fights, mate. There's some good fights, me and Cliff. But we both respected each other, and after that, straight after, but quite a bit of time after that, we become mates as such. We always was mates, but more mates with Jimmy Tibbet, and we was working together, being enforcers, collecting money. Yeah, but all these things come back to me. Yeah, you know, all the things we should go down there. But you know, faces like Roy Shaw and Colombo. See them 2 in the ring, so much money put on it. No one really expected it to be a draw. A lot of money lost both sides. Yes, it just couldn't give. It was one of them things where, you know, like it was proper. You know, they had proper people doing all of it. You know, there was no backstabbing. There was no, if you won, you won. If you lost, you lost. And it was a draw. It was a draw. It wasn't no Frankie Warner's turn out, you know what I mean? And you know, but as I say, Cliff Fields, you know, I've had to see him fight a few times down there. As I say, I fought him twice. I see him have a couple of other fights down there. And Cliff Fields was the business, mate. He was good. And Lenny, I think, I don't know if he already fought Lenny. I'm not quite sure. If it's before that or after that, it's such a long time ago when he, you know, get people talking about it, you know, meeting people and they're saying, why don't you talk about it that way? You know what I mean? And like, you know, I love I just like me and Cliff Fields were pals. You know what I mean? I'll tell you that to Shaka, mate. That's a Shaka. Shaka. He could have it, mate. He could have it. And they said that Lenny McLean beat him. Maybe he did. I don't know. Maybe he did, but I don't think so. I don't think so. Shaka was a good fighter, mate. To lose, and he lost to Cliff Fields, I think. Shaka. No, Cliff Fields lost to Shaka. I think Shaka beat Cliff Fields, and then Lenny McLean beat him. I can't see that. No way. I can't see Lenny McLean beating Shaka. It was a get up. It was definitely a get up by Frank Warren. When you think about it, yeah, unlicensed fighting, Frankie Warren and all that, he was to do what he did, the way he paid people to lose the fight against Lenny. It's terrible, mate. It's like it made Lenny, you know what I mean? It made Lenny, and fair play to him. I wish I'd have been the same as Lenny, It was really, Lenny was a big man, big powerful man, and Frankie Warren just made him who he was. I never really got mentioned in anything, you know what I mean? But as I say, that's what happened. I had Jimmy Tibbett behind me. Jimmy Tibbett was a good trainer, mate. He wasn't a promoter. He was a trainer, and he was the best trainer you could ever possibly have. He taught me a lot, yeah. And I trained. I used to train really, really hard. Once I put my mind to training, I'm into it. It doesn't matter, the age don't come into it, yeah, but you get better and better as you go along. The lungs ain't too good, even when you see me fighting now. My lungs ain't too good, you know what I mean? But that's the problem, isn't it? I mean, me mucking about with asbestos when I was a kid, working at an asbestos place, it's called me asbestosis, I think. My lungs, I definitely think something ain't right, you know what I mean? I'm always taking asthma pump things and this, that and the other, drive me mad. When you think how fit you were, you know what I mean? It's your lungs just collapse. Anyway, just thought I'd let you know about the unlicensed fighting under the ground with Joe Pyle, Alex Steen, and yeah, make it as just think about it. You know what I mean? And think about it and.